Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today is Tuesday, a beautiful day outside, but honestly, I haven't seen the sun because my brain is completely fried from staring at these screeners and spoiler sheets all week. We have got so much to unpack for the next 2 weeks in Port Charles, and I just need to vent about it because some of these storylines are making me pull my hair out. Grab your coffee or whatever you need, because we are diving deep into the absolute chaos heading our way for the weeks of April 13 to April 24. Let's just start with the absolute mess that is Danny Morgan right now. Seriously, what are the writers doing with this kid? Rick Lansing is going to have some incredibly bad news for Alexis Davis, and I can already hear Alexis screaming from here. Apparently, Danny is trying to align himself with Sonny Corinthos' mob and bend the rules of justice. Yes, you heard that right. Little Danny Morgan wants to play Mafia Enforcer, and honestly, it makes sense if you think about his DNA, but it's also terrifying. He is completely fixated on Jen Sidwell. Danny thinks Sidwell is the root of all of Jason Morgan's problems, which, let's be real, he kind of is. Jason is currently sitting in WSB custody taking the fall for Rocco shooting Ross Cullum, and Danny is just spiraling out of control. Sonny actually tried to steer Danny down a better path. Sonny tried to be the responsible adult in the room, which is hilarious and ironic in its own right, but Danny isn't listening. He wants justice, or revenge, or whatever you want to call it. I just know Alexis is going to lose her absolute mind when Rick tells her this. She's already dealt with so much mob trauma in her life, from Julian Jerome to Sonny himself, and now her grandson is running headfirst into the exact same dangerous lifestyle. It's a complete disaster waiting to happen. Alexis is going to flip out, and honestly, can you blame her? She thought Danny was just a normal, slightly rebellious teen, and now he wants to take down an international criminal mastermind. And then we have Willow Kane. Oh boy, let's talk about Willow for a second. She's about to show off her scheming side, and it apparently stuns Nina Reeves. Nina! The absolute queen of schemes is stunned by Willow. That tells you everything you need to know about how far Willow is going. It looks like Willow's attempt to trick Charlotte Cassadine to expose Valentine Cassadine's location could lead to some major trouble. Why is Willow doing this? Probably because she's desperately trying to control everything around her right now. She's got the whole Drew Kane shooter secret hanging over her head with Trina and Kai, she's conditionally approving Brooklyn and Chase for baby Phoebe, and now she's playing spy games. Tricking a traumatized teenager is a new low, even for Willow. Charlotte is already dealing with so much trauma from the recent massive car crash, and now Willow is manipulating her. I honestly don't know what the writers are thinking here. Are we supposed to root for Willow? Because I am definitely not. She's acting like a total villain right now, and Nina watching this happen has to be a real trip for her. Nina has spent years trying to get Willow to love her and accept her, and now Willow is acting exactly like the worst, most manipulative version of Nina. The irony is just too thick. I mean, maybe M being too harsh on Willow, she has been through a lot, but tricking Charlotte is just wrong. It just is. Speaking of Valentine, Carly is going to be sweating bullets over at her house. Jocelyn Jax is putting on her detective hat and investigating. She shows signs of suspicion and actually confronts her mom and Valentine at Carly's place. So, Jocelyn finds out Valentine is the secret attic dweller. How long did Carly really think she could hide a whole WSB fugitive in her house with Jocelyn and Donna walking around? Jocelyn is going to demand answers. Will she figure out that Carly and Valentine have been mixing business with pleasure? Oh, absolutely. Jocelyn isn't stupid. She has a radar for this kind of stuff. Valentine and Carly once again agreed they were done with the passionate portion of their alliance. Yeah, right. Who actually believes this is going to end well? We all saw Carly fantasizing about Valentine while she was literally in bed with Jack Brennan a few episodes ago. They are not done, not even close. But how long can they stick to this just business lie? Not long at all. Especially with Brennan sniffing around and putting the puzzle pieces together, Carly is stuck in the messiest love triangle on daytime TV right now. She's got the oblivious WSB head on one side and the intensely jealous fugitive on the other. It's a ticking time bomb. Jocelyn confronting them is just the match lighting the fuse. Carly is going to be completely rattled in the coming episodes. Between Jocelyn snooping, Willow tricking Charlotte, and Brennan getting closer to the truth, her secret attic dweller is in severe jeopardy. Let's shift gears to the hospital drama for a minute. Britt Westbourne is going to have an incredibly uncomfortable run-in with Lulu Spencer. Lulu is on edge, and that is putting it mildly. She is an absolute wreck trying to keep Rocco Falconera's secret under wraps. Rocco shot Ross Cullum. That is a massive, life-ruining secret, and Lulu is terrified that Dante or the cops are going to figure it out. Britt is going to bump into her and immediately suspect that something is off. Britt is sharp. She knows when people are lying or hiding something. But the funny thing is, Britt has her own massive secrets weighing her down. She knows Cullum killed Marco Rios. She knows Cassius Faison is posing as Nathan. So you have these two women, both carrying these explosive secrets, just staring at each other in the hospital hallway. It's going to be so tense. Will Britt figure out that Rocco is the one who shot Cullum? If she does, it changes the entire dynamic. Britt might actually try to protect Rocco, especially since she knows Jason is taking the fall for him. It's this crazy web of lies, and Lulu is right in the middle of it, just trying to protect her son. You have to feel bad for her, but she is cracking under the immense pressure. And speaking of cracking under pressure, Brooklyn Quartermain is completely losing it. Tracy Quartermain is officially tackling a major Quartermain family crisis, and we all know exactly what this is about. It has to do with Brooke Lynn's choice to drink and drive the night of Jordan Ashford's horrific car crash on Route 91. Brooke Lynn had that glass of wine at Charlie's pub before Dante called her. She was late to see Gio perform. The narrative is heavily framing her as the fall guy for this crash. Tracy is suspicious. Tracy always knows when a Quartermain is hiding something. If Tracy finds out Brooke Lynn was tipsy and might have caused the domino effect that led to Charlotte and Danny crashing, and then Jordan and Curtis crashing, the fallout will be absolutely nuclear. Brooke Lynn and Chase just got conditionally approved to foster baby Phoebe. If this DUI secret comes out, she loses the baby. She might lose Chase. Her entire life and marriage are on the line. And the part that makes me so incredibly mad, we all saw Curtis and Jordan making out in the car. They were completely distracted. But the show is making Brooke Lynn the villain here. It's so frustrating to watch a redeemed character get thrown under the bus like this. I've been complaining about this for weeks, and it looks like they are just doubling down on it. Tracy's going to rip Brooke Lynn apart if she finds out the truth. Meanwhile, Curtis Ashford is doing everything he can to step up for Jordan as she begins her recovery. Jordan is in terrible shape. She never woke up during the rescue. She has that nasty gash on her face, and they were talking about a possible TBI. Curtis is terrified. He was shouting for doctors, pacing the halls, and he should be terrified, because deep down he knows it was his fault. He was kissing her. He distracted her while she was driving. The guilt has to be eating him alive right now. Stepping up for her recovery is the very least he can do. But what happens when Jordan wakes up? Will she remember what happened? Will she blame Curtis for distracting her, or will they both just stay quiet and let Brooke Lynn take the fall for the whole thing? The emotional toll this is going to take on Curtis is massive. Trina was already panicked, assuming Portia was the one hurt because of all the nursery decorating talk. The whole Ashford family is going to be rocked by this recovery process. It's going to be a long, painful road for Jordan, and Curtis is going to have to carry the weight of that guilt every single day. In other random Port Charles drama, Willow is going to have a fierce face-off with Jacinda Bracken. Why? Who knows? Maybe Jacinda gets too close to Michael at Crimson. Michael is already praising Jacinda, saying he loves learning new things about her and that she's full of surprises. Willow is probably feeling insecure and territorial. A fierce face-off between these two could be fun, honestly. Jacinda has a backbone, and Willow is currently fully leaning into her villain era. Let them fight. Also, Nina hears someone's pitch. I have no idea what that is about, maybe something for the magazine. And Laura Collins is going to seek an ally. Could Laura be seeking out Nina? That would be a very weird pairing, but Laura needs help. She's trying to figure out if Jordan's crash was actually an accident, or if Jen Sidwell ordered a hit on her because of her undercover work. If Laura thinks Sidwell is behind it, she might need Nina's connections or resources to dig up dirt. It's a stretch, but anything is possible on this show right now. Okay, let's talk about the absolute best news of the month. Ethan Lovett is making a comeback. Starting April 17, Ethan is finally back in town. And Christina Corinthos Davis is caught completely by surprise. The week of April 20 to 24 brings Ethan's catch-up sessions around town. Christina might find her old crush rushing back, Remember years ago when Ethan was so protective of her after the abusive Kiefer Bauer situation, and then Ethan put her in the friend zone? Well, things might change now. Christina has been through so much lately, and Ethan has always been this safe, protective figure for her. I am so here for this potential romance. But Ethan isn't just here to sweep Christina off her feet. He pays Sunny a visit and extends his support when it comes to taking down Jen Sidwell. Ethan is obviously not a fan of Sidwell after all the insane drama that went down with his mother, Holly Sutton. Ethan teaming up with Sunny is exactly what we need right now. Sunny is facing threats from all sides. Sidwell is out for blood. Having Ethan in his corner gives Sunny a huge advantage. Ethan knows how to operate in the shadows, has a wild card, and Sidwell won't see him coming. Because let me tell you, Sidwell is going to be driven to make some extremely dangerous moves. He is still completely fixated on Sunny being Marco Rios' killer. Sunny and Rick tried to tell him it was someone else at the funeral, but Sidwell isn't buying it. He wants Sunny dead. He wants Sunny's family to suffer. The stakes are getting so high as we head into May sweeps. Sidwell might target Christina, or Danny, or anyone close to Sunny. Ethan arriving just in time to help fight off Sidwell is perfect timing, but I am genuinely scared for these characters. Sidwell is ruthless. Hez grieving, Hez angry, and he has a private army of mercenaries like Pascal. This is going to get very, very bloody before it's over. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. The tension is through the roof. Finally, we get a little break from the misery and mob violence with Giovanni Palmieri and Emma Scorpio Drake. They are taking their New York City trip. Emma and Gio are heading to Broadway for a getaway. They are going to enjoy the Aladdin stage musical and hang out with Michael James Scott following his performance as the genie. This is going to be so incredibly cute. Gio really stepped up, playing his guitar at Charlie's Pub for Trina, and now he's treating Emma to this amazing weekend. Emma really needs this. She has been so sad and stressed about her grandma Anna Devane being locked away in the hospital with a strict no visitors order. A weekend in NYC with a cute boy and Broadway shows is exactly what the doctor ordered to get her mind off things. It's a nice, lighthearted crossover event to balance out all the car crashes and revenge plots. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing these scenes. It feels like a breath of fresh air. So yeah, that is the massive brain dump of everything coming up. It's clunky, it's chaotic, but that's General Hospital for you. I need a nap before I even try to process what Danny is going to do next. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will see you next time.